This is usually the part of my videos where I'll introduce myself, but today we're not doing that. Also, in my videos, whenever I usually have the shades on, I'm about to go in. I'm doing that, but I just did this for perspective because I want people to look right in my eye when I say what I'm about to say and what this video is about. I've been pushing this video off for a couple weeks just because I wanted to make sure I did the video justice. Every time I went to about to record this video, which was about 3 or 4 times, I just felt that I would always jump around on my words, get tongue-tied for a significant period of time, and I just want this to be as fluid as possible. Not to say that I made any script or anything like that. This is still going to be off the cuff and off the top of my head, but hopefully I don't lag around too much. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. For perspective, my name is John Pedro Fernandez II. I was born on September 21st, 1988 to two great people. My dad, my namesake. Great man, love him to death, but even more significant, my mom. Without her, literally would I not have life itself, but I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for her. I've been in a dark place for a long time. 6 months after I graduated from high school on January 14th, 2009, I got shot, almost lost my life, and it derailed my life. Partly me, partly because of that. And she's kept me afloat as well as my sister and my family in general. But those two in particular, I would not be here if it wasn't for them. As you can probably see, I'm pumping up my mom and my sister because they are the key pieces for why I am the person that I am today. And why I'm even here today, to be honest with you. And what this video is about, plain and simple, is the bullshit that I see every day. Because of my situation, I'm usually on the internet 24/7. And it seems more prominent on the internet than it is in real life, even though I've seen it in real life too. But the treatment that women get in general, but it just seems especially on the internet, is absolutely fucking disgusting. It absolutely fucking disgusts me. Like, I cannot believe the shit that I see every fucking day towards women. What gets me though, right, is that what these women do in their daily lives, what they're doing, has no bearing on your life. So why the fuck do you go out of your way to troll them, to degrade them, to fucking attack them for just simply doing what the men are doing? In this particular situation, I'm talking about YouTube and Twitch in particular. But it happens all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The disrespect and the degrading of women is just absolutely insane. To the point where I felt that as a man, although I'm not a part of the problem, I'm a part of the species that is the fucking problem. And even though I don't have a big channel, I don't have a big following, I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook, I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, but I feel that I need to make this video just because of the fact that I am a man. And somebody, no matter how big or small, has to come in the defense of the bullshit that my species has done. Y'all motherfuckers have set the male species back to the fucking Stone Ages. To the fucking Stone Ages. Imagine that. Do you know what we were doing in the Stone Ages? We were just going out hunting for food, making sure we put the fucking food on the table. And we had no common sense whatsoever. I could say as of freaking September 14th, 2017, us as a male species, for some part, are still those same men that we quote unquote evolved from the fucking Stone Ages. Y'all do realize, right, that if you see the quote unquote booby streamer, right? That's the term that's being thrown around with the to these women that quote unquote have cleavage on their live stream or in their videos. You do realize you can just, click away, right? You do realize you don't have to go into their stream and fucking harass them and degrade them for what they're doing, right? Oh, and you do know that, their breasticles are a part of their anatomy, right? You do realize that, right? This isn't something that they can fucking control. It's there. So fucking deal with it. Just like for us, our balls are there. Luckily for us as men, because we seem to have it very easy, just like with everything else, where women have to go through all this bullshit that we don't have to go through, we can take care of that problem. We don't have to worry about our balls being exposed to anybody. But women have to worry, quote unquote, for their breasts to be freaking exposed or freaking even them showing cleavage without them freaking being harassed for it. Without them getting in trouble for it. Do you know that we could walk around outside shirtless and it wouldn't be a problem? But if a woman does that, she would get arrested for indecent exposure? You do know that, right? So let's just talk about real quick about that unfair bullshit. Because just because something is a part of their anatomy, they get in trouble where we don't. Even if they're not fully exposed, if they're exposed to a certain extent, they still get in trouble, which is bullshit. So I'm going off the rails a little bit here. Let me rewind back, right? So us as a male fucking species, it just seems like we haven't evolved. It just seems like we haven't. Times have changed, but certainly things have stayed the fucking same. And what really baffles me about this, though, is the fact that these same people, these same men that are degrading these women would easily grab up their homies or grab up their male family members and go ahead and get ready to bust a cap in somebody or go ahead and beat somebody's ass if a dude went and degraded their mother, their aunt, their grandmother, their sister, their female cousin, or their daughter in that kind of way. They'll be ready to jump somebody for that. But you go ahead and do it to somebody else's daughter, niece, granddaughter, sister. You get where I'm going here? Mother. You see where I'm going here, right? So you would have a problem with somebody degrading a female close to you. But you go ahead and degrade other females that aren't close to you. But they're close to somebody else. Do you realize how ass backward that is? Do you realize how fucking asinine that fucking is? Do you realize how fucking stupid that is? That is the ultimate hypocrisy today. You have a problem with women in your family being disrespected, but you go ahead and disrespect other women that aren't in your family. Excuse me? And I know that there are truly real scumbag men out there that just don't have any respect for women at all, despite the fact that they came from one. So I know what I'm saying, it doesn't describe everybody. I know there are men out there that are just total pieces of shit, like our so-called president of the United States, for example. The same guy who wants to boot out immigrants, but yet his wife is an immigrant. The same guy that publicly admits that he wants to fuck his daughter. And a guy that thinks that Nazis are okay. But when Jamel Hill of ESPN calls him a white supremacist, it says that he is surrounding himself with other white supremacists. Attacking him is a problem, but Nazis aren't. Okay. Like, the harassment that I see these women go through, and I give all these women that are on YouTube and Twitch credit, or whatever other streaming website that y'all use, because I know not everyone uses Twitch and YouTube. Whatever the case may be, I give y'all all the kudos in the world, because y'all have the shittiest job or hobby in the world, and you do it every day with the finest of class, the finest of etiquette, and you rarely let these piece of shit men get to you. Obviously, there are days where it just gets to be too much, but I hope that your fan base and the people that care about you I hope that is enough for you to help you get through the bullshit that y'all have to go through. And it's a fucking shame that y'all even have to go through that. That's a fucking shame. You do realize, men, right? You do realize that y'all came from a woman, right? You do realize that she carried y'all for at least 9 months, right? You do realize that without a woman, you wouldn't be here, right? But yet you still shit on them. They're literally the bearers of life and death. And you shit on them. But they're the very reason why you have life. What? You do realize that women don't need us to have babies, right? But we need a woman in order to bear a child for us. She's the one that has to go through everything, all the complications, all the risk that comes with bearing a child. While all we have to do is just stick our freaking penis into her, freaking ejaculate our seed, and that's it. That's all we have to do. You see, I honestly, if I did look at a calendar, I would still think that we were in the 1800s at least. Probably even further back than that. But it just pisses me off that I have to see this. And the fact that I'm a guy that freaking isn't in the best situation right now, so he uses the internet to get through his day every day. The fact that I see it every single day is annoying to me. And yes, I understand that there are women on the site, on Twitch or YouTube, that does use her cleavage to her advantage. I'm not going to name any names because this is a semi men bashing video, I guess. And I know I'm not going to be popular when I post this video on YouTube. I even know that this video might even get pulled down just because I mentioned you know who. But I don't care. Even if this video is up for 2 seconds, if I could even get this video out to just one person and make a difference, then this video did its job. Basically, at the end of the day, us as a male species has to change. We have to catch up with the evolution that has happened over time. Because mentally, most of us are still stuck in the Stone Ages. And because of that, us as a male species will never progress. We can't even go and freaking talk to a woman without there being some kind of ulterior motive. Just because other men screw it up for us. Like how us as a black community doesn't even get a fair shot just because some of us do break the law, do dumb shit that warrants getting arrested. It ruins it for everybody else in our community, and we never get the benefit of the doubt. It's the same that applies here. The good men, there are good men out there because you're looking at one. There are good men out there that don't get a fair shake because of our counterparts, our contemporaries. And it makes me sick. This has to stop. This has to stop. This whole everybody thinks that men are superior to women thing, it has to fucking stop. The fact that even at the highest level, and I'm talking about the majority, y'all, white women only get 70% of the dollar that a man makes at the same job. Why is she getting paid less than a dude that's doing the same job? Why is she getting paid less? If she's just as experienced as another dude, should her pay be the same? If shouldn't a woman basketball player get paid the same number as a male basketball player if her talent is on the same level as his? But it's not. Why? Why is that? That shouldn't exist. If somebody has the same experience as somebody else, they should get paid the same, regardless of their color, their freaking sex, their freaking gender, their sexuality, whatever. If they have the same, if two candidates have the same experience and they both work the same job, they should get paid the same. Period. Point blank. That's it. And it's not like that. And we are the problem. We have to step up. We have to represent for the ladies because the ladies can't do it by themselves. They just can't. Things have changed, but a lot of things have stayed the same. So we have to do our job. Because if it wasn't for a woman, we wouldn't be here. So we have to do what we need to do in order to make sure that this earth is a better place than when we arrived. We have to change, and it has to start now. It needed to start decades ago, maybe even centuries ago, but it definitely needs to change now. We have to do our part to ensure change, to ensure positive change. A woman shouldn't have to fear doing something that she loves for the sake of that she's afraid that freaking a man is going to harass her, degrade her, or worse, freaking hack their freaking social media accounts and threaten to ransom it before they post all that personal information and then delete the account. Like, why? Like, why is this a thing? This shouldn't be a thing. At the end of the day, like I said, I know this video probably ain't gonna be up forever. But if it even reaches just one person and that one person tries to invoke change, I did my job. I did what I needed to do. I need to put this video out. Even if I'm just a small fish in a big ass pond, I need to put this video out. Just let it be known, ladies, I got your back. I will always have your back. We are equals. And in some cases, women are better than men. Because they are the sole share of responsibility of whether or not a life comes into this world. Like I said, all a man has to do is freaking doesn't even have to put it in the woman, can put it in something else, and then that gets put into the woman, and that's it. That's all we have to do. We don't have to do shit. The women have so much bullshit that they have to go through already. with just natural life as it is. We do not need to pile it on. So cut the bullshit out. If you don't like what you see, turn away. Just like with anything else. Don't go into somebody's live stream or comment on somebody's video victimizing and harassing them for no fucking reason. Because despite you think that they're the problem, why are all the popular YouTubers and Twitch live streamer male? Like, you look at who the biggest female YouTuber is and you compare them to PewDiePie, I'm pretty sure that PewDiePie has 5 times the audience. Despite being the biggest douchebag on the internet. And maybe the second biggest piece of shit on the planet besides that orange piece of shit that we call a president. Same thing with Twitch. All the top streamers. You just scroll one day and look at the top 20. I guarantee you'll probably have to go down at least 5 or 6 before you find a female streamer. They're not the problem here. In a way, we enable them to have to do what they have to do in order to gain an audience. Because if we just would have treated them right from the start, they wouldn't have to dress the way that they dress. And I'm talking about those actual booby streamers that I referred to earlier. Not the women that freaking are wearing a goddamn sweater but still get fucking harassed. Like, what? They're pretty much wrapped up from freaking toe to freaking neck. They ain't exposing shit. They playing the game. They playing the game. They playing the fucking game. They enjoying the game. Their freaking cam is freaking probably the size of what my face is on this freaking video. Maybe even smaller than that. And they cover from toe to freaking neck. And it's a problem. They still get fucking harassed. For what? For what, man? I swear, man. At the end of the day, we have to change. We have to instill change. And we have to stand up for the women. Because they can't do it by themselves. And we need to stop putting ourselves in a negative light. And for those men that really don't have respect for women, just remember that you are you are categorized as one of the biggest pieces of shit on the face of the planet. And your existence, you're a woman's responsible for that. Just remember that the next time you harass a woman. Because a woman's the reason why you have life. And I'm done. Hopefully, this video can stay up a long time and it can instill just a little change. Because like I said, I'm not big. But, just let me know, ladies, once again, I got respect for y'all. I got y'all back. No matter what. And Jamel Hill, kudos to you for what you did. To Donald Trump, kudos for what you did. Got your back. And before I conclude this video, I just want to go ahead and just post a little tidbit at the end here. Because I was going through my Twitter this morning and found out that Selena Gomez recently had to get a kidney transplant because she has lupus. And I didn't even know that she had it. And being a guy that has a family member that's currently battling through it, like I said, I'm going to leave them out of it. Don't need any, whatchamacallit, but the fact that, my family has somebody that's going through this. I just wanted to put my heart out there for her. Wish her a speedy recovery. Hope the surgery went well. And that you don't have to get another one. And all that good shit. And like I said, y'all, men, we have to stake claim to our good name. We can't have these pieces of shit, other men out here, ruining it for us. The good guys have to stand up for the ladies. That's it. And I'm done, y'all. This is your boy, John Fernandez II, signing out. Till the next one. Peace.